Good morning, everyone. All right, so let's shift gears. This morning we are talking with our good friend and fitness expert, Lisa Lynn. Always a pleasure to have you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. What are we talking about today?
We're answering a viewer's question about how do we lose ab fat.
Okay, how do we lose ab fat? How do we lose ab fat?
This stuff that hangs over your belt. And this viewer has actually lost 30 pounds and said, now I want, like they want to go that 9th mile, I call it, where you really firm up and lean out and you can see definition. This is interesting, important
don't you just
topic.
have to do like 7,000 crunches a day?
Well, now you got to pay a little bit of attention, and no, absolutely not, because you'll bulk the abs out. We don't want that. We want flat, sleek, defined.
Okay.
So I go by eat. One, you got to exercise correctly. That means cardio has to be there every single day.
Okay.
Which I don't make these rules, so don't shoot at me. Weightlifting.
You mean there's no magic pill?
No, it's not up
we
to
can
me.
take?
The weights have to be lifted 2 to 3 times per week, and they have to be done correctly. You cannot be resting in between sets.
Okay. Now let's say, I do exercise on the machines, on the treadmill and the elliptical and whatnot, but jumping rope is a very simple way to, now if I do, let's say, half an hour on the treadmill, how long would I have to jump rope?
Well, you know
for?
what? Go ahead and try to do a half-hour jump
I can.
rope,
It's impossible.
But
I can't even do 5
integrated.
minutes.
And I just brought this to remind us cardio, because you could walk, but you have to, this is a recipe, and it's a science people don't realize.
Yeah.
The right cardio, the right amount of weights, the right way, because we don't want to bulk. So I actually put a DVD together that teaches you how to do that, because people fly blind in the gym. They go, I don't know why I'm not seeing results. Well, you can all the time if you're doing it correctly.
Yeah.
So learn the right ways. Email me. I'm happy to qualify how much and what, because everybody's different. The second part is
Obviously the diet.
Always
Diet
eat a
is
lean.
so important.
Lean protein.
Okay.
And why do you want to eat a lean protein with every meal? Protein puts a lid on your insulin, so that say you eat a piece of candy, your insulin jumps. Maybe you had an egg white with it. It's going to keep your insulin levels like this.
So what happens if your insulin levels spike up? What's bad about that?
The fat cells open up their doors and start hoarding fat. More importantly, they're never going to let go of fat.
Okay.
So lean protein, chicken breast, yes, that's politically correct, 2 to 3 ounces.
Okay.
This is a piece of fish I swiped off the grill last night. Egg whites work, but you got to dump the yolk. The best source is whey protein, because it's grab and go.
Okay.
Toss 2 scoops in your coffee, go off to work, and now you've just spiked up your metabolism 25%.
Now, can you substitute, like, if you skip your eggs in the morning, can you just throw 2 scoops of this in your coffee? That's your
we
instant
live in the
breakfast?
real world. Who's going to make eggs, clean the pan? The third choice could be a protein bar, but protein bars have to have 15 grams of lean protein. Find one out there that does.
Is it difficult to do that?
It's hard to find one. I made one, and it's high fiber, and they're very good, but you can't find another one out there to do that. But that's a good grab and go source. This is always your best.
That's your best one.
Second best.
Okay.
Now we want to torch that fat, and it's stubborn.
This fat is gross.
Yeah. Think of that hanging around your waist.
Yeah.
This cinnamon, by the way, you could reach in your cabinet, you could toss in your shake, lowers insulin again. Or if you've really got some stubborn fat cells, one, be really careful the supplements out there. I was in a store the other day, and it had this great label, and I turned it around to see if what it said it was supposed to do was in there. There's nothing in there. So really, if when in doubt, don't.
Okay.
And always go safe, because if this works, you should be able to live on this. Maybe it makes you feel better too. Look for things that have L-carnitine in them, or omega-3s.
Okay.
Not the 6s, just the 3s.
The
or you could add
omega-3s, you find that in fish, no?
Yes, salmon has that.
Okay.
Now, omega-3s help you burn fat. Omega-6s could actually add to your fat cells, or just not burn correctly, and we get more than enough. So when in doubt, email us. We can answer that question here. What should I take and what I shouldn't?
How does someone contact you?
LisaLynnFitness.com.
Okay.
And I'm happy to answer the questions, because there's a lot of sales pitches going on. I like to lead people to the right way.
Okay. Right way is diet, lean diet, exercise.
And that's your last step, by the way, supplements. You got to get these 2 right before you jump to the bottle, as I say.
Most people go straight to this.
Instant miracle cure. Not. They do work, though.
Lisa, you're the best. Thanks for coming in. Always so informative.
Have a good one.
All right, everyone, please head on over to our website, WTNH.com, and from there you can go to our weekend section. That will take you to LisaLynnFitness.com. All kinds of great information, and from there you can email her.